Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon Leaf Green! Today, we have a bunch of trainers to deal with. She's feeling faint, she hasn't hiked in some time. Then why are you battling me, Carol? Why are you battling me? She has a Pidgey. Now, I'm probably not going to fight terribly too many of these trainers, but just know, there is a lot of trainers out here. Like, a lot of trainers. So, there's a lot of potential experience to gain. Really? I was wondering why I went first. I really should have known. Whirlwind is such a trolly move. Like, it's even worse when, like, a wild Pokemon uses it. Because it force ends the battle. It doesn't just switch your Pokemon. She's too tired. She wasn't up for it. Okay, pretty sure that's just a faster way, but there's an item over here that we want to grab. And the Napberry. That's pretty sure that's a trainer. You wanna go back? Thank you. There we go. Lavender Town. Ghosts appear in the Pokemon Tower. Think they're the spirits of Pokemon that the rockets killed. Have an instance of the word killed in an E for Everyone game. Man, things were really different back in the day. Like, there's really not much for us to do in Lavender Town for now. There is the Poke House, but there's nothing we can do here. This town is known as the Graveside Pokemon. Memorial services are held in Pokemon Tower. Do you believe in ghosts? Nah. I guess not. That white hand on your shoulder. I'm just imagining it. Yeah, you are. This town is host to many a creepypasta because so many people are really creeped out by the town. I don't get it. I've never gotten it. I'm going to stop here and quickly buy a few super potions because we'll probably need them. I'm going to buy a couple revives because we might end up needing them. I think I need some paralyzed heals. Yeah. Can I buy... I can't. Okay. Just give me 2 paralyzed heals, because I'll probably need them. I probably won't need burn heals for a while. I probably won't need them, but I'm gonna buy some ice heals anyway. We already have an escape rope, so... yeah, we could head south, but there's really nothing south for us yet. There's a sleeping Snorlax down there. So we'll head on to Route 8. Where we can encounter new Pokemon and new version exclusive Pokemon that I'll talk about while fighting the cute, round, and fluffy Pokemon trainer. Those Pokemon are Growlithe, pure fire type, and honestly not that great in this generation. Now, you might be looking at Arcanine's stats and be going, okay, but why? Well, it namely just comes down to there are better fire types. Like, Intimidate and Flash Fire are both good, don't get me wrong. And Arcanine isn't bad. Like, it's definitely a Pokemon I can recommend, but if you really want a strong fire type, you probably started Charmander. There's also a stronger fire type that we'll be encountering later. I'm gonna ignore that. One of the big issues with Arcanine in this generation just comes down to move pool. It's not great. You basically need to keep your Growlithe a Growlithe until level 49 or use a TM. And even then, like, most of your better moves are on the opposite end of the... well, not even better moves. Your coverage moves are on the opposite end of the spectrum, like where they're physical attacks, things like Iron Tail or Aerial Ace or Secret Power. Yeah, it's not a bad Pokemon, and if you're playing Fire Red, which is where you can acquire Growlithe / Arcanine, it's worth using. So, like, I'm not saying you shouldn't use it. Like, I feel like this is coming across overly negative. That's not how I'm intending this. It's a good Pokemon. Don't get me wrong. Arcanine is good. There's a reason it's used competitively. Now, next up, we have Vulpix. Or evolving into Ninetales. Honestly, between the two, Ninetales is worse. Just gotta say that right now. Ninetales is worse. With the caveat being, Ninetales does learn Flamethrower at level... Vulpix learns Flamethrower at level 29. Also learning Will-O-Wisp and Confuse Ray. Vulpix is the more status ailment focused of the two. Don't underestimate how annoying Confuse Ray is. There is a Vulpix. And Will-O-Wisp is also just frustrating. If you want the easier Pokemon to raise, play Leaf Green and get Vulpix. If you want the better Pokemon... Oh, no. Oh, do I do this? Get Arcanine. Okay, bio's over. There are times I might want Encore, but Metronome is funny. I'm gonna learn Metronome. You can't stop me. Gamer Rich. And gives us a lot of money, because that gamer be rich. Here we have the grass that you can encounter this Pokemon in, where there is actually some items in here, so I want to come in and get the items. Here we get a Lepa Berry. That is basically an ether. Get a Roust Berry. That's a burn heal. Got a Meowth. Sorry, Meowth. I'm just gonna run from you, man. Or not. Can I just escape, please? Really? Throwing coins at me now? Fine. The fairy's just too slow for this. Now Meowth's in love. This is gonna take a long time because of the infatuation. There we go. Here we have a Lumberry. That is, I believe, any status ailment. So that would be a full heal. Man, I really wish we could just buy full heals already. I didn't pick up our bike. I wonder how many of you guys also noticed that before now. Because I sure didn't. I'm gonna want to go and do that soon. You look good at Pokemon, but how is your chemistry grade? It was actually pretty good. You know, the year I was actually there for enough classes to get a good grade. Okay. This could be a dumb move, but I'm gonna go for the Defense Curl rollout. Like, this is probably the only time I'm ever going to get to use this combination. So, like, I really want to make use out of it. Because soon enough, I probably won't be making use out of any of this, so... You know. Mostly because soon the movesets on both of our normal types are about to change around a lot. So... there's another Volt Orb down. Oh boy, Magnemite. Aim to the point where, yeah, that's still gonna deal a buttload of damage. And coughing. Jigglypuff sweep! More HP. Jigglypuff's trying to learn rest. Do I have room for this? I really kinda don't. I'm gonna be real, I could just get rid of Mega Kick. Rest is more something useful competitively. Yeah, I'll just not learn it. Hey, melting down, my man. Now, as always, we need to come through here because the guards are thirsty. Freaking guards. Department store in Celadon has a great selection. Do you go there very often? I mean, I've never been there with this existence. Been there plenty with other existences, but, you know, this exact one, I haven't been to Celadon yet. I just left Pallet Town, like, not that long ago. There's sleepy Pokemon appeared out near Celadon City, too. Oh, man. Here we have Route 7, which has basically the same Pokemon as Route 8. You can encounter Growlithe and Vulpixes here. So if you didn't encounter them in Route 8, you can encounter them here. You're less likely to encounter them here, but you can. Celadon City. Keep out of Team Rocket's way. It'll do, my man. I have no interest in bothering with Team Rocket. I would like you to heal my Pokemon back to perfect health. That would be very convenient of you. There is... whoops. I meant to be hitting B. Once you hit the yes, you could just mash B and then you don't have to worry about that. There is a lot we can do in this city. And we're gonna see about doing most of it. I don't remember if there's an item hidden here. Nah, it doesn't seem like it. Running on a lot of memory for this series. Something you can do by coming in the back of here and then coming up all these stairs. And coming all the way over here to this little room. It's nothing I don't know, like I wrote on... There's nothing that I don't know, like I wrote on the blackboard. I know about the world of Pokemon and your Game Boy Advance. Get together with your friends and enjoy trading Pokemon. Here we get an Eevee. Eevee has a lot of evolutions. This is going to be a bio that I am standing still for because this is going to take a lot of explaining. Eevee kind of breaks my bio screen because it has too many evolutions. Eevee can evolve into with the use of a Water Stone, Vaporeon. Pure Water type. High special attack, good special defense, a lot of HP. Water Absorb as the ability is really nice. Unlike other Stone evolutions, Eeveelutions still learn moves, so you want to evolve as quickly as possible. Evolving this Eevee now, which starts at level 25, means you do miss out on Water Gun. But you should, if you're planning on an Eevee, just hang on to Water Pulse and teach it Water Pulse right away. You learn pretty good coverage in Aurora Beam, and later on being able to learn Ice Beam as well. So that covers you pretty well. Overall, Vaporeon's a pretty good Eeveelution. Next up, Jolteon, the electric evolution line. Volt Absorb, really high speed, good special attack, passable special defense, not much HP, making that special defense kind of not great. Again, leveling up, evolving right away is what you should do. You will miss out on Thunder Shock, but you should still have Shockwave from Lieutenant Surge. Teach it Shockwave, and you'll be good as gold. Now, Jolteon doesn't learn terribly, well, any coverage. It learns exclusively electric moves. Can learn Bite as an Eevee. I think the Eevee actually might come with Bite. Which gives it another type coverage. But basically, you're just going to be spamming Thunderbolt the moment you can get Thunderbolt. And aside from that, you might be using things like Attract and Thunder Wave. Quick Attack is always a good move to have as well, so keep that one in mind. Overall, though, Jolteon is pretty good. It's incredibly high speed, gives it a lot of versatility, gives it a lot of revenge switch potential. So, it's pretty good. And then finally, the red-headed stepchild, Flareon. Flash Fire as the ability is pretty decent, kind of. If you may remember, all of the evolutions are special types. Flareon is a physical attacker. Flareon cannot make use of its own typing. Yeah, as for moves, it learns Quick Attack, Smog at level 42, learns Bite on its own, and Fire Spin, and Flamethrower. Like, it learns some good special attacks. It's just not very good at making use of them. It can learn good coverage with Iron Tail, Shadow Ball, like... Flareon has the potential to be good, but all of its stats being in its physical attack when it's a special attacker really hurt its usefulness. There are other evolutions. We do not have access to them until the post-game, so it is unimportant. Now, which evolution would I suggest you actually go for? Well, if you started with basically anything that wasn't Blastoise, Vaporeon. If you started with Blastoise, Jolteon, if you really don't want to use another electric type. Electrode kind of does everything Jolteon does, but you can get it sooner. And it's also a lot faster. Doesn't hit quite as hard, but it is a lot faster. Raichu basically also still covers everything Jolteon does, but with minorly more easily accessible coverage. Namely that you can just teach it Thief. Flareon should just be avoided, sadly enough to say. Let's actually check out this Eevee. It's a lax nature, so it's defense up, speed down. Okay, no. Just has quick attack. I mean, quick attack's more than good. When does Eevee learn Bite? I should look this up really quick just so you guys can know. Level 30. It might be worth it if you're going for a Jolteon to maintain Eevee until level 30 then. Learn Bite, then evolve. I don't know if you're gonna miss anything by doing that, so... Nah, you missed Double Kick. That's really about it. I don't even think you missed Double Kick by evolving at level 30, so... You know, may as well learn Bite. Ultimately, I like Eevee, but in this generation, it's not terribly good. I'm not going to be using Eevee on our team. We have other cute Pokemon to go with instead. Now, let's see. Well, first, I'm going to come and deposit our Eevee in the Poke Center because we don't really need it. The irony is, if you could acquire Eevee sooner, I would just simply have taught Eevee Flash. Because Eevee can learn Flash. But, you know. We don't get Eevee sooner. Now, there is one thing to come and deal with basically before anything else, and it's this big fancy building. The Celadon Department Store. There is a lot to this building. Like, probably too much to this building. So, the first floor is basically an information center. The second floor here is the trainer market. We can buy a lot of stuff here, including a lot of TMs, like Roar. It's basically Whirlwind, but for more Pokemon. Hyper Beam. If this was Emerald, that would be really funny, but it's kind of mediocre. It is the hardest hitting attack in the game, but you are unable to make an action on the next turn. Dig, we've seen. Brick Break, we've seen. Secret Power. I actually forgot you could buy here, and that's pretty cool. Attract. Incredibly frustrating move. I'm not going to buy it, but we could. I think almost all of our Pokemon can learn Attract. This clerk just sells generic items, which, you know, is pretty nice, but we can buy them anywhere. There is still something we can do in Celadon Mansion as well, but I'll get to that. There's too much to do in this town right away. Floor 3. I don't think there's anything here. This is more just a flavor floor. They finally finished Pokemon. Not done yet. How about I teach you a new move? They have Counter. Counter is an interesting move. It basically, if you get hit physically, retaliates with double the damage. Floor 4 is where you can buy a Pokédoll, which basically guarantees you'll flee. Retro Mail, which does nothing. You can just put a message in it. Trade it. And then the Evolution Stones for the Evolutions, and Leaf Stones for evolving the, basically, version-exclusive Grass Poison types. And other things that evolve with a Leaf Stone. We don't need any of those stones, so moving on. Floor 5. Here is basically the battle item floor. Here you can buy drugs that improve the stats of your Pokemon. These are very expensive. I honestly wouldn't bother buying them. Okay. These increase the EVs of your Pokemon. Each Pokemon can have 252 EVs into a single stat. These can only give you half of that in boosting. The rest you have to do by battling Pokemon that give the specific EVs you need. This is only really important for competitive. If you're playing single player only, especially back in these older games, EVs don't matter. Same with IVs, they just don't matter. And here we have all the X items and the guard spec and dire hit. Basically, like, they exist. I don't like them. Now we have the rooftop. My sister is a trainer, believe it or not. She's so immature, she drives me nuts. I'm thirsty, I want something to drink. I mean, there is vending machines here, which have fresh water, which is basically a super potion. Soda pop, which is slightly better than a super potion. And lemonade, that is the most cost-effective healing item that we can acquire right now. So I'm going to buy a bunch of it because we can. This is literally the most cost-effective healing we can buy at this exact moment and will be for a very long time. This heals 80 HP. Given the HP values on our Pokemon, we kind of want a bunch of this. So, you know, just gonna buy a bunch of lemonades. I'm not keeping track of how many I'm buying. I'm just buying. I think we need a fresh water for something, so I'll buy one of those too. And there we go. I will give her a drink. I will give her fresh water. You can have this. We get TM 16. Contains light screen. It's a move that weakens the power of special attacks from our foe. I think we also can give her a soda pop and a lemonade. I did not mean to do that. I'll just buy all those. Give her a soda pop. She gives us TM20. Safeguard. It's a move that prevents status ailments. And I'll give her a lemonade. TM33. Contains Reflect. Weakens the power of physical attacks. So, yeah. Pretty neat. But yeah, lemonades are so good. Like, when you compare it to, like, the super potions of the world, like, it's kind of a no-brainer to just buy a bunch of lemonades. By the time you outgrow lemonade, you'll have access to the next, the next level of healing item. Now, we do need to quickly come back to Celadon Mansion, because I did forget to pick up something here, because we need to come in the front and speak to this kind old lady. You shouldn't spend all your money on drinks. Try this instead. We obtained tea. Put it in the key item pocket. Nothing beats thirst like some hot tea. It really is the best. This is how we gain access to walking through the places, the guard posts, basically. So we're gonna come do that really quick before I forget to do it. You come over to this guy. Hey man, was that tea? Looks awfully tasty. I can have this drink. Gee, thanks. Glug glug. Gulp. You wanna go to Saffron City? You can go on through. Share this tea with the other guards. Yeah, he literally just takes a cup of tea around and gives all of them, and now we can just go straight through and we don't have to deal with the underground passes anymore. So that's pretty convenient. Now, there are more things we can do here, but, that can wait till next time. So yeah. Thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here next time for more Pokemon Leaf Green. See you all then!